Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation you I came out there that pushes word in truth and in sincerity. This will be a great millstone to the point. I be brought to Zayu, I came out to be edified, and I'm going to get straight into the scriptures. And it reads, Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 16. Take heed to yourselves that your heart, which is your mind, the Hebrew word for heart is love, Allah, which means the mind. Take heed to yourself that your heart, which is your mind, be not deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. What's a part of other gods that you can turn aside and worship? Going back to plantation Christianity, Renaissance Christianity, which vocab alone is trying to keep us in dark, man. Keep us in darkness, man. I mean us, meaning the man that's not being elected by the Most High. Because a man of great millstone, an elect man with any kind of intelligence, any kind of brain, is not going to fall for the dogma, the bullshit that vocab alone is spewing out of his power hole. Because that goes back to plantation Christianity, to white supremacy, man. That goes back to Renaissance Christianity, man. Where it's pushing that white Jesus, man. And that's not his name. So that's a dogma and a doctrine and a philosophy that vocab alone is pushing and trying to keep us in darkness. But hey, guess what, man? The rabbit been left up, hopped out of the hat a long time ago, so to speak. The rabbit hopped out of the hat. The trick's been let out of the bag, however you say it. And this truth is flourishing, man, through the unicorn. So all your tactics you using, vocab, trying to cut up videos that you visit the apostles. And by the way, I watched that video a year ago with the apostles, and you got cut, man. After all the violence, after all the loud talking, there were some scriptures that was being brought out, man, and you was getting cut. So now how you do? The snake that you are, you cut things up a year later. It took you a year to do this, and now you bring shit out. You a Slav devil, man. And I believe you an Edomite. So, a real man of the Lord, that's a part of the elect, part of the hopeful elect, is going to take heed to himself and don't be deceived by people like you, vocab, and your strange philosophies you bringing, that plantation Christianity. That plantation Christianity, man. That Renaissance Christianity. Nobody want to hear that. So a real man of the Lord, that's a part of the elect, the hopeful elect, is not going to be deceived. He's going to take heed to himself and don't be deceived by your dogma, by your bullshit. Then you got other jakes out there calling themselves Kemet, calling themselves Muslim, worshiping a fat statue named Buddha. Those also are other deities, man, other gods that they worship, man. Oh, worshiping the woman. That's another deity out there, man. The Queen of Heaven worship. Well, men bow down to their women, worshiping the black women, man. And that's what Kemet do. Them Kemet dudes in the black consciousness community, they worship their women, man. Hey, men of great millstone, we don't do that, man. That's totally against the scriptures. So back in it reads back in Deuteronomy 11 verse 16. Take heed to yourselves that your heart be not deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. That's not what you ought to do, man. Verse 17. And the Lord's wrath be kindled against you, and be shut up in, I'm saying, and you, and he shut up the heavens, that there be no rain, and that the land yield no fruit, unless ye perish quickly from off the good land which the Lord giveth you. And that's why we've been kicked off our land, man, during the time of 70 AD, worshiping other deities. And the Lord's wrath was kindled against us. Hence we've been scattered at the four corners of the earth. Hence we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. But guess what? The Most High is gathering his elect. The Most High is gathering his elect throughout the four corners of the earth. How he's doing it? Through the unicorn, which is the internet. Us putting these videos up, whereas you can watch these videos in your respective language, whatever country you in, man, whatever language you speak, you can hear the words of the Most High. Because the words of the Most High have been brought forth throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, man. There's no getting around that. So vocab, you beating a dead horse, man. And the real men of the Lord is not going to take heed to your dogma. It's not going to take heed to your theological doctrine that you learned in a theological school, man. A theological seminar, man. And you can't break down no prophecies. You just know little scriptures here, no little scriptures there, but you can't break down no prophecies, man. You just an Edomite trying to disrupt this truth. You've been set up, man. But there's nothing new under the sun. That happened in the ancient world. It's happening now, man. So bottom line, Akim out there, man. Though that's truly sincere about this thing of ours, man, don't take heed to that dude, man. Don't be like a castaway. Don't be like the other reprobates that fell off and started giving them ammunition, man. A few scriptures here, a few scriptures there. But when you talk about prophecy, or going to the topic of reincarnation, or going to the topic of prophecy, he can't answer you. He don't want to deal with you. He gonna wing it. Bottom line, Deuteronomy 11 verse 16, man. I'm gonna read it before I close it out. Take heed to yourselves that your heart, which is your mind, be not deceived. And that dude vocab alone with his bullshit dogma could definitely deceive the simple. Can definitely deceive the simple, man. With that plantation Christianity and that Renaissance Christianity, man. Don't be taken by that, man. That's that strange woman. That philosophy that you don't want to have nothing to do with, man. Take heed to yourselves. Back in Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 16. Take heed to yourselves that your heart, which is your mind, be not deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods, which are not gods. Plantation Christianity, Roman Catholicism, Kemet, Black Conscious Movement, worshiping the woman. I mean, the list go on and on and on, man. It says, and serve other gods and worship them, man. Another form of God is that money, man. Money's the defense, not something to be worshipped. But these jakes out here, yo, my God is my money. And the nigga that said that, he died 4 years ago. Dig that. He in the spirit in his right state of mind now, but back when he was on the streets, he was a cold nigga, one of my co-workers. He's always said his God is his money. Put on our stacks. He used to sell a lot of weed and sell a lot of cocaine. Wicked ass nigga. That's why he in the spirit world. So with that, the point's been made. Don't be deceived with several gods. That's the bottom line, man. Great millstone to the point. Shalom.